Hi, everyone, and welcome back to English Broadcast Studio. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Alex.
Today, we're diving into another super practical episode 100 Common English Phrases for Daily Life, arranged from easier to more complex.
You might wonder, why do we have to focus on phrases? Why are they so important?
Well, learning whole phrases instead of just single words helps you speak more naturally, understand context, and sound like a native speaker almost effortlessly.
That's right. Phrases are really useful for real conversations. They stick in your memory and make chatting with friends, ordering coffee, or even navigating a new city way smoother.
And for anyone new here, this is English Broadcast Studio, the place where you can learn English while you relax, lie down, or even while you sleep. No pressure, no stress, just natural English and interesting topics.
So get comfortable, grab your tea, and let's explore these daily English phrases together.
Okay, let's start with some very common and easy ones. 1. How's it going? You've probably heard this a lot, right? But what does it really mean, and how do you respond?
It's super common. It's like a casual way to ask, how are you? But less formal. You'd use it with friends, family, or even coworkers you're comfortable with.
Right. So imagine you're walking down the hallway at work and you see a coworker. You could say, "Hey, how's it going?" It's just a friendly way to check in.
And if someone asks you that, you could say something like, it's going well, thanks. Or, pretty good, just a bit busy. It really depends.
Right. Let's try it. Alex, how's it going?
Not bad, just thinking about lunch. You?
Same. I'm starving.
Let's head to the next phrase. 2. What's up? You've definitely heard this one before, right?
Hey, what's up? It's one of those phrases people throw around all the time. It's basically a casual way to ask what's happening or how are you, but way less formal.
You'd use it with friends or people you're comfortable with. Like if you're walking into a cafe and see someone you know, you might say, hey, what's up?
And if someone asks you that, you could say something like, not much, just hanging out, or hey, what's up with you?
Let's try it. Sophie, what's up?
Not much, just thinking about what to have for dinner. You?
Ugh, same. I'm craving something spicy.
Ugh, now I'm hungry. All right, moving on to the next phrase. 3. Long time no see. This is one of those phrases that's perfect for when you haven't seen someone in a while.
Like if you bump into an old friend at the park or run into a coworker after a long break. It's a quick way to say, hey, it's been a while.
And they might respond with something like, I know, right? What have you been up to? It's a nice way to reconnect without it feeling forced.
Example, hey, Sophie, long time no see.
Oh, hey, Alex. I know, right? It's been forever. How's everything?
Not bad, just busy with work. You?
Same here. We should catch up properly soon.
Definitely.
Next phrase, 4. Take a break. This means to pause what you're doing and rest for a bit.
Like if you've been studying for hours, you might say, I need to take a break.
Or if you're at work and feeling overwhelmed, you could tell a coworker, I'm going to take a quick break. Example,
Hey, Sophie, I've been editing this video for 3 hours straight. Mind if I take a break?
go ahead, just don't take 3 hours.
Deal. Now, next phrase. 5. Pick up. This one has a couple of meanings, but the most common is to collect something or someone.
Like, I need to pick up some groceries. Or, I'm going to pick up my friend from the airport.
It's super practical. Like if you're at the store, you might say, I'm just here to pick up a few things.
Example, hey Alex, can you pick up some milk on your way home?
Sure, but only if you promise not to drink it all in one day.
Deal. Let's keep going. Next up, 6. Hold on a second. This phrase is super handy when you need someone to wait for a moment.
It's like saying, give me a minute, but even quicker. You might use it if you're on the phone and need to check something, or if someone's talking to you and you need to finish what you're doing first.
Or if you're on the phone with a friend and they ask you a question you need to think about, you might say, hold on a second, let me check.
Let's try it. Sophie, can you help me with this report?
Hold on a second, I just need to send this email.
No problem.
Next up, 7. I'm all ears. This is great for when you're ready to listen to someone. For example, if a friend says, I need to talk to you about something, you could say, sure, I'm all ears. It's like saying, I'm listening, but with a little more enthusiasm. problem.
Let's try it. Sophie, I have an idea for the next video.
Oh, I'm all ears. What is it?
What if we do a video on English phrases for traveling?
That's a great idea. Let's plan it out.
Perfect.
All right, let's move on to our next phrase. 8. It's on me. This is used when you want to treat someone.
It's like saying, I'll pay for this. You might use it when you're out with friends or coworkers and want to cover the bill.
For example, if you're at a cafe with a friend and you want to pay for their coffee, you could say, "Don't worry, it's on me."
Let's try it with an example. Okay, Sophie, let's grab lunch.
Sounds good. Where do you want to go?
How about that new sandwich place?
Sure. And don't worry about paying. It's on me.
Really? Thanks.
No problem.
Next up, 9. It's not a big deal. This one's great for when something isn't as important or serious as it might seem.
Yeah, it's like saying, "Don't worry about it," or "It's not a problem." You might use it to reassure someone or downplay a situation.
For example, if someone apologizes for being a few minutes late, you could say, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Let's try it. "Alex, I'm so sorry I forgot to bring your book."
It's not a big deal. You can bring it tomorrow.
Our next phrase is 10. It's up to you. This is for when you want to let someone else make the decision.
It's like saying, you choose, or it's your call. You might use it when you're okay with whatever someone decides.
Let's try it. "Alex, should we get pizza or sandwiches?"
It's up to you. I'm good with either.
Let's go for pizza then.
Okay, next phrase is 11. Keep in touch. It means staying connected with someone even if you don't see them often.
Like when you're saying goodbye to a friend or coworker, you might say, "Let's keep in touch." It's a way to say you want to stay in contact.
It's especially common when someone's moving away or changing jobs. Like, it's been great working with you. Let's keep in touch.
Example, "Hey Alex, I'm moving to another city next week."
Oh no. Well, let's keep in touch, okay?
Definitely. I'll send you postcards.
Sounds good. Now, let's talk about 12. In a hurry. It's for when you're rushing or don't have much time.
Like if you're late for work and someone stops you to chat, you might say, "Sorry, I'm in a hurry."
Or if you're running to catch a train, you could say, I'm in a hurry. Can we talk later?
It's a polite way to say you're busy.
Example. Hey Alex, can you help me with this real quick?
"Sorry, I'm in a hurry. Gotta catch my bus."
Fair enough.
Now, next phrase, 13. I'm running late. This is super useful for those days when everything seems to take longer than planned.
Right. It's a quick way to say you're behind schedule. Like, if you're supposed to meet someone at 3 o'clock, but you're still at home at 2:45, you might text them, hey, I'm running late. I'll be there in 20 minutes.
It's a polite way to let someone know you're not going to be on time. You could also use it at work if you're stuck in traffic and need to let your boss know.
Let's try it. Alex, are you ready to leave? We're supposed to be there in 15 minutes.
Oh no, I'm running late. I just need to grab my bag and then we can go.
All right, hurry up.
I'm coming.
Next phrase, 14. I'm beat. This one's great for when you're really tired.
I'm beat. I use this all the time. Like after a long day at work or running around doing errands, it's a quick way to say you're exhausted.
It's super common. So if someone asks how you're doing, you could say, I'm beat. I just finished a big project.
Or if you're out with friends and they ask if you want to stay out longer, you could say, nah, I'm beat. I'm heading home.
Let's try it with an example. Alex, how are you feeling after that workout?
I'm beat. I need a nap.
Oh, same. I also need a nap.
Moving on to our next phrase, 15. It's a piece of cake. This one's fun because it's not about actual cake. Well, unless you're baking, I guess.
It basically means something is really easy. Like, if someone asks you, how was the test, and you found it super simple, you could say, it was a piece of cake.
Let's try it. Okay, Sophie, how was that presentation you were working on?
Oh, it was a piece of cake. I practiced so much that it felt effortless.
Nice. Wish I could say the same about my last meeting.
Oh no, what happened?
Let's just say it wasn't a piece of cake.
Fair enough.
Okay, next phrase, 16. Let's call it a night. It means you're done for the day and ready to stop whatever you're doing, usually to go to bed or relax.
It's similar to let's call it a day, but specifically for the evening. Like, if you're out with friends and it's getting late, you might say, all right, let's call it a night.
Or if you're working late and finally decide to stop, you could say, I'm exhausted. Let's call it a night.
Let's try it. Alex, it's almost midnight. Should we keep working on this project?
Let's call it a night. We can finish it tomorrow.
Agreed. My brain's officially done for the day.
Next, we have 17. It slipped my mind. This one's perfect for those moments when you forget something.
Yeah, it's a casual way to say, I forgot. Like if someone asks, did you send that email? And you realize you didn't, you could say, oh no, it totally slipped my mind.
It's a little softer than just saying, I forgot. So it's great for situations where you don't want to sound too careless.
For example, if a friend reminds you about plans you made and you realize you forgot, you could say, oh, it slipped my mind. What time are we meeting again?
Let's try it. Alex, did you remember to bring the notes for the meeting?
Oh no, it slipped my mind. I'll go grab them real quick.
Hurry, the meeting starts in 5 minutes.
All right, next phrase. 18. Let's play it by ear. This one's good for when you're not sure about plans and want to stay flexible.
It's like saying, let's see how things go and decide later. You might use it if you're not sure what time you'll be free or if the weather might affect your plans.
For example, if a friend asks, what time should we meet tomorrow, and you're not sure, you could say, let's play it by ear. I'll text you in the morning.
Or if you're planning to go to the park but it might rain, you could say, let's play it by ear and see how the weather looks.
Let's try it. Sophie, do you want to meet up after work?
Sure, but I'm not sure what time I'll be done. Let's play it by ear.
Sounds good. Just let me know.
The next phrase is 19. I'm feeling under the weather. This one's great for when you're not feeling well.
It's a polite way to say you're sick or not feeling 100%. You might use it if you need to call in sick to work or cancel plans.
For example, if a friend asks how you're doing and you're not feeling great, you could say, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today.
Let's try it. Sophie, are you coming to the meeting?
Actually, I'm feeling under the weather, so I think I'll stay home.
Oh no, feel better soon.
Thanks.
Let's move on to our next phrase. 20. Let's hit the hay. This one's great for when you're ready to call it a night and go to bed.
For example, if you're out with friends and it's getting late, you could say, all right, I'm exhausted. Let's hit the hay.
It's a casual way to say, let's go to sleep. You might use it after a long day or when you're just feeling tired.
Or if you're at home and ready to sleep, you might say, it's been a long day. Let's hit the hay. Our next phrase is 21. I'm just pulling your leg. This one's fun because it's all about joking around.
It's like saying, I'm just kidding or I'm teasing you. You might use it when you're joking with someone and want to make sure they're not serious.
For example, if you tell a friend something outrageous and they look shocked, you could say, relax, I'm just pulling your leg.
Let's try it. Sophie, did you hear they're giving everyone a month off work?
What, really?
Just kidding. I'm just pulling your leg.
Ah, you got me.
Gotcha. Next up, 22. Let's get down to business. This one's great for when it's time to focus and get serious.
It's like saying, let's start working or let's focus on the task at hand. You might use it at work, in a meeting, or even when you're studying with friends.
Let's try it. Sophie, we've been chatting for a while. Should we start the project?
You're right. Let's get down to business. We only have an hour left. Let's move on to our next phrase. 23. I'm in the same boat. This phrase is great for when you're in the same situation as someone else.
Yeah, it's like saying, I'm dealing with the same thing. You might use it to show empathy or solidarity.
For example, if a friend says, I'm so stressed about this deadline, and you're also stressed about a deadline, you could say, I'm in the same boat. It's been a crazy week.
Example, Sophie, I'm so behind on this project.
I'm in the same boat. I've been working on mine all day and still have so much to do.
Ugh, deadlines are the worst.
Agreed.
Okay, next phrase is 24. I'm swamped. This one's great for when you're really busy or overwhelmed.
It's like saying, I have way too much to do. You might use it at work, school, or even at home if you've got a lot going on.
For example, if someone asks if you can help them with something and you're already overloaded, you could say, sorry, I'm swamped right now. Maybe later.
Let's try it. Alex, can you help me with this report?
Sorry, I'm swamped. I've got 3 deadlines due today.
No worries. I'll ask someone else. Okay, next phrase, 25. Let's wrap it up. This one's for when it's time to finish something.
For example, if you're in a meeting and it's time to wrap things up, you could say, all right, let's wrap it up. We'll continue next week.
Now for some slightly more advanced but very common phrases. 26. Throw someone under the bus. You've probably heard this in movies or at work.
It means blaming someone else to save yourself.
For example, imagine you're working on a group project and your teammate messes up, but they tell the teacher you didn't do your part. That's throwing you under the bus.
Like when my friend forgot to book tickets and told everyone I messed it up?
Total bus throwing.
Let's try a quick example. Sophie, did you finish the report? No, but Alex didn't send me the data.
Throwing me under the bus already? Harsh.
Next phrase, 27. Spill the beans. This has nothing to do with actual beans. It means revealing a secret.
Like if your friend accidentally tells you about a surprise party?
Or if your coworker whispers, "Psst, the boss is quitting," and you shout, "What?" Now everyone knows you spilled the beans.
So if someone says, don't spill the beans, they mean keep it a secret. Let's practice. Sophie, guess what? I heard Sarah is...
Wait, stop. Are you about to spill the beans?
I'm joking.
All right, let's head to our next phrase, 28. Hit the nail on the head. And no, we don't mean hitting for real. It means someone is exactly right.
If your friend says you're stressed because you're working too much, and you're like, yes, you hit the nail on the head.
Or my roommate once said, "You hate mornings because you stay up gaming." I said, he hit the nail on the head. He's annoying, but he wasn't wrong.
Yes, he wasn't wrong. Let's try with an example. Sophie, why do you think learners struggle with advanced phrases?
Maybe because textbooks don't teach them.
Hit the nail on the head. Next up, 29. Think outside the box. This means being creative or doing something differently.
Like if you're stuck on a problem at work and your boss says, "Let's think outside the box."
Or imagine you're writing an essay and your teacher says, don't just repeat the textbook, think outside the box.
If someone says this, they want you to get creative. Let's try an example. "Alex, how do I fix my terrible Wi-Fi?"
Call the provider?
Boring. Think outside the box. Maybe move the router or use a tinfoil antenna.
Or just stop streaming cat videos the whole day.
All right, next phrase, 30. Take it with a grain of salt. It means don't believe something completely.
Like if your friend says, this app will make you fluent in a week, you should take what he said with a grain of salt.
My cousin says the new cafe has magic coffee. I'd take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, their magic coffee tastes like muddy water, trust me.
I rarely take advices like these from my friends. Like 31. Once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon, which is our next phrase, it means something happens very rarely.
Like I eat fast food once in a blue moon.
Or my cousin calls me once in a blue moon. She only calls when she needs something. So you use this for things you do almost never.
Let's try with another example. Alex, how often do you go to the gym?
Once in a blue moon, and then I regret it for days.
Same here.
Let's move on to our next phrase, 32. On the same page. This means everyone agrees or understands the plan.
Like when you're planning a trip with friends and someone says, "Let's make sure we're all on the same page about the budget."
Oh, like last week when I thought camping meant a cabin with Wi-Fi and my friend brought a tent, we were not on the same page.
Example, Alex, what's our plan for the podcast next week?
Record a video?
Details, Alex. See, not on the same page. We'll need to discuss it later.
Fine.
Next up, 33. Cutting edge. It means super modern or advanced.
Like, this phone has cutting-edge tech.
Or the hospital uses cutting-edge treatments.
But it's not just tech. My friend calls her new baking oven cutting edge because it has 20 settings.
My sneakers are cutting edge. They've got this weird gel that's supposed to make me run faster. I still hate running, though.
Next phrase, 34. Back to the drawing board. It means starting over after a failure.
Like if your cake burns, you sigh and say, "Back to the drawing board."
Or when I tried to fix my bike and it literally lost a wheel. Yeah, back to the drawing board.
Let's try it with an example.
Alex, how's your Learn Spanish in a Week plan going?
Hola, that's it. Back to the drawing board.
Next, 35. Burn the midnight oil. This means working late into the night.
Like when you're studying for an exam or finishing a big project.
Or when you stay up until 3 a.m. trying to fix your laptop. I was burning the midnight oil and also burning my brain.
Let's try an example. Sophie, why do you look so tired?
I was burning the midnight oil playing video games. Don't judge me.
The next phrase is 36. The ball is in your court. No, this isn't about tennis. It means it's your turn to decide or act.
Like if your boss says, I've given you the data, now the ball's in your court.
Or if your friend says, I've invited everyone to the party, the ball's in your court to bring snacks.
Let's practice. Okay, Alex, I've booked the tickets. The ball's in your court to plan the rest.
Wait, what? I thought you were handling that.
Nope, ball's in your court.
Next phrase, 37. Cost an arm and a leg. This means something is very expensive.
Like, this designer bag costs an arm and a leg.
Or, my gym membership costs an arm and a leg, and I haven't gone in months. Let's try an example. Alex, why didn't you buy that new phone?
It costs an arm and a leg. I'd have to sell my actual arm to afford it.
Fair, but maybe stop buying $10 smoothies every day.
Hey, those smoothies are essential.
Next, we have 38. Sit on the fence. This means you can't decide or you're staying neutral.
Like when your friends ask, pizza or burgers? And you say, I don't know, both?
You use this when you're undecided. For example, I'm sitting on the fence about which movie to watch.
Or, my boss is sitting on the fence about the new project. He can't decide if it's worth it.
Next up, 39. Bite the bullet. This means doing something difficult or unpleasant because you have to.
Like going to the dentist or having an awkward conversation.
Use this for things you've been avoiding. Like when you finally clean out your closet because it's overflowing. You don't want to, but you bite the bullet and just do it.
Let's try an example. Sophie, have you told your cousin she can't borrow your car anymore?
Ugh, I'm biting the bullet this weekend.
40. In a nutshell. This means summarizing something in a few words.
Like, in a nutshell, the movie was about love, robots, and explosions.
Or, in a nutshell, my weekend was laundry, Netflix, and too much coffee.
Or, in a nutshell, the diet plan failed because cookies. Use this to keep things short and sweet.
41. Take it easy. This phrase is good for when someone is stressed, rushing, or working too hard. It's like saying, relax, or don't worry.
Imagine your friend is panicking about a deadline. You could say, hey, take it easy. You've got time.
Let's try it. Okay, I'm so stressed about my presentation tomorrow.
Take it easy, Sophie. You've practiced so much, so you'll do great.
Thanks. All right, next phrase. 42. That's a win-win. Use this when everyone gets something good.
Like, if you and a friend agree to share dessert, you both get to try 2 flavors.
Or at work. If we finish early, we can leave early. Win-win.
Let's practice. Alex, if I cook dinner tonight, can you clean the kitchen?
That's a win-win. I hate cooking and you hate cleaning.
Let's head to our next phrase. 43. You're spot on. This means you're exactly right.
It's a fun, natural way to agree with someone. For example, Sophie, I can guess your favorite Disney movie correctly. It is The Lion King.
You're spot on. How did you know?
Let's try with another example. Sophie, guess how many coffees I drank today?
3?
You're spot on. Next up we have 44. It's not my cup of tea. This is a polite way to say you don't like something.
Imagine you're offered food, a book, or an activity you're not into. No need to be rude. You could just say, it's not my cup of tea.
Let's try it. Alex, did you see that new horror movie?
Horror movies aren't really my cup of tea, you know. I prefer comedies.
All right, next phrase. 45. That's the last straw. This phrase is for when you've had enough.
When something small finally makes you lose patience, like your internet crashes again after a terrible day.
For example, at work. First, the printer broke. Then, the meeting was canceled. Now, my computer froze. That's the last straw.
Imagine I was late and was waiting in line for my coffee and someone cuts in front.
Seriously? That's the last straw. I would just leave.
Next up, we have the phrase 46, hang in there. This is how you encourage someone who's struggling.
Think of a friend studying for exams or working late.
For example, I know work is stressful, but hang in there. Friday's almost here.
Let's try it. I've been studying for 5 hours straight.
Hang in there. Just one more chapter, or take a rest.
Next phrase, 47. I'm on it. This is what you say when someone asks you to do something and you want to show you'll handle it right away.
Imagine your boss says, "Can you send the report by noon?" You reply, "I'm on it."
Let's try it. Can you pick up milk on your way home?
"I'm on it. Need anything else? Bread? Eggs?"
No, that's it.
Next up, 48, break a leg. This doesn't literally mean breaking a leg. It is a fun way to wish someone good luck, especially before a performance, exam, or big event.
Let's try it. I have a job interview tomorrow. I'm so nervous.
Break a leg. You've prepared so well.
Thanks. That actually helps.
Next phrase, 49. What do you have in mind? Use this when you want to ask someone for their idea. It's like saying, "Tell me your thoughts."
Like when someone asks you, let's do something fun this weekend. And you ask them, sure, what do you have in mind? Let's try it. I think we need a new marketing strategy.
What do you have in mind?
Should we try social media? Next up, 50. It's a no-brainer. This means something is so easy to decide. You don't need to think hard.
Like choosing cake over broccoli?
Or choosing comedies over horror movies for me.
Let's try it. Sophie, coffee or tea this morning?
Coffee. Always coffee. It's a no-brainer.
You're right.
Next, 51. I'll sleep on it. This is how you say, I need time to decide. No rushing, just let it rest. Let's practice. Want to try skydiving this weekend?
I'll sleep on it. Ask me again tomorrow.
No pressure. Next phrase, 52. That rings a bell. Use this when something feels familiar, but you can't quite remember.
Like a movie title, a name. For example, have we met before? Your face rings a bell.
Have you heard of the word serendipity?
That rings a bell.
It means happy accidents.
Oh, right. Let's move to our next phrase, 53. Go the extra mile. This means putting in more effort than expected.
Like staying late to help a friend move or adding bonus details to a project.
The client loved your report. They said you included extra charts.
I wanted to go the extra mile. Glad they noticed.
Next phrase, 54. Cut corners. Cut corners is the opposite of go the extra mile. It means doing something cheaply or quickly, but badly.
Like using tape instead of glue to fix a shelf. That's cutting corners.
Next phrase, which I really like using, 55. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. Use this to say, we'll deal with that problem later. No need to stress now.
For example, someone asks, what if it rains during our picnic? You could say, let's cross that bridge when we come to it. The forecast looks good.
Let's try it. What if our flight gets delayed?
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. Pack first, worry later.
Next common phrase that's used in daily life is 56. Let's face it. This is how you start an honest but maybe uncomfortable truth.
For example, at work you may say, let's face it, the deadline's too tight. We need more help.
Let's face it, I'm never waking up at 5 a.m. to jog.
True. Try 7 a.m., maybe.
Next phrase, 57. Give it a shot. This means to try something, especially if you're not sure it will work.
Like trying a new recipe or a new hobby. For example, I've never painted before, but I'll give it a shot.
Let's try it. Sophie, want to try this new board game?
Sure, I'll give it a shot. It looks complicated, though.
Next, 58. Let's shake on it. This is how you informally agree to something.
Like splitting chores. You cook, I'll clean. Let's shake on it.
Let's practice. I'll help you move Saturday if you help me fix my bike Sunday.
Deal. Let's shake on it.
Next common phrase, 59. It's up in the air. Use this when plans are uncertain or not finalized yet.
Like weekend plans or project deadlines. For example, will the meeting happen Friday?
It's still up in the air. Or on travel. Our flight might be delayed. Everything's up in the air right now.
All right, next phrase, 60. I'm running on fumes. This means you're exhausted, like a car with no gas left.
For example, I stayed up all night studying. Today, I'm running on fumes.
I've been traveling for 12 hours, totally running on fumes.
Let's try it. You've been working all day. Let's finish tomorrow.
I'm running on fumes, but just 10 more minutes. I'm almost done.
Take it easy, Alex.
Okay, let's continue with more phrases. 61. You can say that again.
This is a way to show strong agreement with what someone has just said. It's like saying, I totally agree.
For example, if I say, this coffee is amazing, and you agree, you could say, you can say that again.
It's so hot today.
You can say that again. I'm melting.
Next up, 62. My bad.
This is a very informal way to apologize or admit you made a mistake, usually for small things.
Like if you bump into someone, you might say, oops, my bad. Or if you forgot to bring something, oh, my bad, I left it at home.
Hey, you took my pen.
Oh, sorry, my bad, here you go.
How about 63? No worries.
This is a casual way to say, it's okay or don't worry about it, often in response to an apology. So if I say, sorry I'm late, you could reply, no worries, we just started.
I'm really sorry, I spilled some water.
No worries, it's just water. Our next phrase is 64. What have you been up to?
This is a friendly way to ask someone what they've been doing recently, especially if you haven't seen them for a while.
It's a great conversation starter. Like, hey Alex, long time no see. What have you been up to?
Not much, just working a lot. What about you?
Let's look at 65. Can't complain.
This is a common and positive response when someone asks, how are you? Or how's it going?
So if someone asks, hey, how are you doing? You can say, can't complain, everything's pretty good.
How's life, Sophie?
Can't complain, Alex, and you?
Next, 66. Better late than never.
You say this when something happens later than expected, but you're glad it happened anyway.
For example, if a friend finally arrives at a party very late, you might say, well, better late than never. Glad you could make it.
I finally finished that book you lent me.
It took you a year, but better late than never.
How about 67? I'll get it. This is often used when the phone rings or someone is at the door and you're offering to answer it.
So if the doorbell rings, you can say, I'll get it.
Phone rings? Oh, I'll get it.
Next, 68. Sooner or later.
This means something will eventually happen at some point in the future, though you don't know exactly when. Like, don't worry, he'll call you sooner or later. Or, we all make mistakes sooner or later.
I hope this project finishes soon.
It will, sooner or later. Let's discuss 69. Take your time.
You say this to tell someone they don't need to hurry.
If someone is struggling to make a decision or finish a task, you can say, no worries, take your time.
I'm still trying to figure this out.
That's okay, take your time. Our next phrase is 70. What a small world.
You exclaim this when you meet someone you know in an unexpected place or discover a surprising connection with someone.
For example, you know Sarah from my hometown? What a small world.
I ran into my old teacher on vacation in Italy.
No way! What a small world. Okay, next is 71. I couldn't agree more.
This is a very strong way of saying you completely agree with someone. If someone says, this is the best pizza ever, and you think so too, you can say, I couldn't agree more.
Learning English is so important.
I couldn't agree more. Let's talk about 72. It's not rocket science.
This means something is not very difficult to do or understand. It's often said a bit impatiently.
For example, if someone is struggling with a simple task, you might say, "Come on, it's not rocket science. Just follow the instructions."
I can't figure out how to use this coffee machine.
It's pretty simple. It's not rocket science. Let me show you.
Next, 73. That's news to me.
You say this when someone tells you something surprising that you didn't know before. If your friend says, "Did you hear John is moving to Canada?" and you didn't know, you could reply, "Really? That's news to me."
They canceled the meeting for tomorrow.
"Oh, that's news to me. Thanks for letting me know."
How about 74? You bet.
This is an enthusiastic way to say yes or definitely.
If someone says, "Are you coming to the party?" you could say, "You bet. I wouldn't miss it."
Can you help me with this?
You bet. What do you need? Let's move to 75. Don't get me wrong.
You use this phrase when you want to make sure someone doesn't misunderstand your intentions, especially if you're about to say something critical or sensitive.
For example, don't get me wrong. I like your idea, but I think we need to consider the budget.
This movie was okay. Don't get me wrong, the acting was good, but the story was a bit slow.
Next phrase, 76. It is what it is.
This is used to express acceptance of a situation that you can't change, even if it's not ideal.
For example, if your flight is delayed and there's nothing you can do, you might sigh and say, "Well, it is what it is."
I really wanted to go to the concert, but it's sold out.
That's a shame, but it is what it is. What about 77? Fair enough.
You say this to show you understand and accept someone's reason or explanation, even if you don't fully agree or are a bit disappointed.
For example, if you ask a friend to go out and they say they're too tired, you could reply, "Fair enough, maybe next time."
I can't lend you my car today. I need it.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's look at 78. I'm easy, or I'm easygoing.
This means you're flexible and happy to go along with whatever others want to do.
If someone asks, "Do you want pizza or pasta?" you could say, "I'm easy, whatever you prefer."
Should we watch a comedy or an action movie?
I'm easygoing. You choose.
Next is 79. You sold me.
This means someone has convinced you to agree with them or to do something. If a friend is describing a new restaurant and it sounds amazing, you could say, "Okay, you sold me. Let's go there."
This new phone has an amazing camera and incredible battery life.
"Wow, you sold me. I might get one."
How about 80? Not a chance.
This is a very strong way of saying no or that something is impossible.
If someone asks, "Do you think it will snow here in summer?" you could say, "Not a chance."
Can I borrow your new laptop for a week?
Not a chance. I just got it. Let's talk about 81. What's the catch?
You ask this when something seems too good to be true and you suspect there might be a hidden problem or disadvantage.
If someone offers you a free vacation, you might ask, "A free vacation? What's the catch?"
This apartment is so cheap and in a great location.
Sounds perfect. What's the catch? Next up, 82. Couldn't hurt, or it wouldn't hurt.
This means it's a good idea to do something because it might be beneficial, and at worst, it won't cause any harm.
For example, should I apply for that job even if I'm not fully qualified?
Well, it couldn't hurt to try.
Do you think I should bring an umbrella?
The sky looks clear, but it wouldn't hurt, just in case.
Our next phrase is 83. You read my mind.
You say this when someone says exactly what you were thinking.
If you were thinking about getting ice cream and your friend says, "Let's get some ice cream," you could exclaim, "You read my mind."
I'm really craving pizza tonight.
You read my mind. I was just about to suggest that.
How about 84? Good thinking.
This is a way to praise someone for a good idea or a smart decision.
If your friend suggests bringing snacks for a long trip, you could say, "Good thinking. I didn't even consider that."
Let's leave early to avoid the traffic.
Good thinking. That's a great idea.
And our next phrase, number 85, it's about time.
You say this when something finally happens that you've been waiting for a long time, often with a hint of impatience or relief.
If the bus finally arrives after a long wait, you might say, "It's about time."
They finally fixed the internet.
It's about time. I've been waiting all day.
86. Get out of here. This is an expression of disbelief, not a literal command to leave.
Like if someone tells you some really surprising news. I won the lottery. Get out of here, seriously?
She got a perfect score on the exam.
Get out of here, that's amazing.
87. You can't be serious. Another way to express disbelief or surprise.
They're closing our favorite coffee shop. You can't be serious, that's terrible.
He's planning to climb Mount Everest.
You can't be serious, that's so dangerous.
88. It's a long story. You say this when you don't want to explain something in detail because it's complicated or would take too much time.
Why were you so late? It's a long story. I'll tell you later.
How did you end up working here? Well, it's a long story.
90. Don't mention it. A polite response to thank you, similar to you're welcome.
Thanks so much for your help. Don't mention it.
Thank you for the lovely gift. Don't mention it. 90. Fingers crossed. You say this when you are hoping for good luck or a positive outcome, often accompanied by the gesture of crossing your fingers.
I have a job interview tomorrow. Fingers crossed I get it.
Hopefully the weather will be good for our picnic. Fingers crossed. 91. I'm dead. Informal. This is an exaggeration, meaning you are extremely tired or exhausted.
After running that marathon, I'm dead.
We partied all night. I'm absolutely dead today.
92. That's lit. Slang. This means something is amazing, exciting, or excellent.
Did you see his new car? That's lit.
The concert last night was totally lit.
93. No sweat. This means it's not a problem or it's easy to do.
Can you help me move this table? Sure, no sweat.
Thanks for covering my shift. No sweat, man. 95. It's a given, something that is certain to happen or is assumed to be true.
He's so talented, it's a given that he'll succeed.
You need to study hard for the exam. That's a given. 96. Sleep on it. To delay making a decision until the next day so you have more time to think about it.
I'm not sure which offer to accept. I need to sleep on it.
97. To be on cloud 9. To be extremely happy and joyful. When she got accepted into her dream university, she was on cloud 9.
He's been on cloud 9 ever since his baby was born.
98. Rain on someone's parade. To spoil someone's pleasure or plans.
I don't want to rain on your parade, but the weather forecast for the picnic is terrible.
He was so excited about his new idea, I didn't have the heart to rain on his plan by pointing out the flaws. 99. Steal someone's thunder. To take attention or praise away from someone else by doing or saying something more impressive first.
I was about to announce my engagement, but then my sister announced she was pregnant and totally stole my thunder.
He tried to steal her thunder by presenting his similar idea just before her.
And our final phrase, number 100, the best of both worlds.
A situation in which you can enjoy the advantages of two different things at the same time.
Working from home a few days a week gives me the best of both worlds. I can focus without distractions, but still see my colleagues in the office.
She lives in a quiet village, but it's close to the city, so she has the best of both worlds.
And that's it for our 100 English phrases for daily conversation.
Thank you for joining us today. If you found these daily life English phrases helpful, share this episode with a friend.
These everyday phrases will help you feel more confident in daily conversations.
If you want more listening and speaking practice, hit subscribe so you won't miss an episode.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep practicing, keep learning, and take care.